Oh. Hello and welcome to this week's Monday morning musing on 10th of November. It's an overcast but otherwise pleasant autumn morning here in Manchester, so you know it's all getting on. Right then, last week's been sort of busy, and not in a hobby way. I've had a lot of work to do. I've been doing tons and tons of stuff. And Mrs. Simpkins has not been too well, so I've had her at home all week. Well, not all week, but a couple of days last week, which always throws a spanner in the works from the point of view of what I want to do. And the weekend's been quiet, so not a lot been going on, other than just more of the same, just more of the sort of getting on with the bits and pieces that I've got on the desk in front of me here. So a bit of Deathwing, a bit of Blood Bowl, a bit of Napoleonics, and that's about it really. Not really any fantasy stuff. So it's been pretty much the same as it was the week before. Apart from the week before I was in York and it was half term. What else? Right, the big news for me at least is that as you probably heard that I said last week, I've been messing about with a new web framework at work, and I've redone my blog site completely, and it's up and live now. So if you'd be so kind as to go and have a look, that'd be great. The point I mention it is because I'm going to do a lot of the stuff for the Advent Challenge via my blog, my personal blog site, and one of the reasons for reworking it was to make that a bit easier. I have a better way now of putting YouTube videos in and stuff, so I'll be putting all that on the blog and following it along on the blog. I do dislike the term blog, but it's a bit like the term the hobby, isn't it? You know, I don't like the term the hobby, mainly because Games Workshop sort of used it with a capital H, didn't they? And I'm surprised they haven't copyrighted it. But no, I'm not keen on that phrase at all. But there again, I'm talking rubbish, aren't I? But anyway, the point is that I used to do it all the time. I used to put a post up every couple of days years ago. But I noticed that, and I looked at it the other day, I hadn't put anything up since 2013, March 2013, I think the last one was. So I thought, oh, better do something about that. So I did. And I've revamped it all, as I said, and I'm going to start putting certain videos that I do on this channel on there, plus there'll be other stuff besides what I do on the video. So the idea is that I'm going to try and run the two in tandem, so they complement each other if I can. Mainly because I find it fun and interesting, not for any other reason than that. It's like I don't do the channel for any other reason than the fact that I actually enjoy doing it and documenting what I'm doing in respect of miniature painting and wargaming and stuff like that. The fact that people want to watch is it always amazes me. Yeah, I'm always surprised that people want to watch me waffle on about rubbish and make films about little toy soldiers and what colours I painted them. But there you go. The world is a funny place. But I'm very pleased that you do, because I wouldn't have known so many good people. Talking of good people, well done Pezza. Pezza put a video up the other day about him getting 1,000 subscriptions. Well deserved as well, Pezza. Well done. And thanks for the shout out, that was really good. Even though you have nicked my set. And I want it back. He did. He come down here. I wondered what he was doing when he came round, and he was there taking pictures and measuring and all sorts of stuff. And now I found out, haven't I? He's recreated Ringo's bunker in his shed. It's unbelievable. What else? Oh yes, last week I Skype with people, you see, and I was Skyping with Von Kettering, and we were having a chat. And he did a video not long ago for Mr. Super Chippy and showing off his Prussians and stuff. And as I am still bumbling around in Napoleonics to sort of see what's what, I was talking to him about the Prussians, and he was recommending that I got Calpe or Elite miniatures, because he knows what my feelings on plastics. Plastics are good, by the way. I personally just don't get on with them very well. So I've ordered some. Basically, I've asked Mrs. Simpkins to get me 2 battalions of Prussians from Calpe miniatures, and I managed to get a battalion of Fusiliers from Elite and some skirmishers. I think I got 4 skirmishers. So I'll be doing some Prussians as well. Now, the reason I'm mentioning this is because obviously we've got the Advent Challenge coming up, and I'm still undecided as to what I'm going to do. Now, there's two things that I want to do, or need to do. One is the Blood Bowl. Now, I might do the Blood Bowl stuff in the Advent Challenge, or I might do it like the July Challenge, do a bit of one and some of the other. So I intend to get some Blood Bowl stuff done, but I do want to start with German and Germanic forces, so Prussians, Württembergers, and Nassau troops started, and painting them up. And I'll probably so Blood Bowl and the Napoleonic German-ish Germanic sort of area of Europe will be formed a part of my Advent Challenge, I reckon. Like I say, I'm still undecided about that. But anyway, like I said, I was talking to Von Ketchum, and he was sort of saying about how straightforward the Prussians are. This is one of the things that I'm finding difficult, is the fact that things aren't very straightforward. Well, they are straightforward, but it's trying to make things fit generically into different sort of systems. I know what I'm talking about, even if nobody else does. Do you know what I mean? So making a line battalion of British, for example, suitable for black powder, but suitable potentially for another rule book or another rule system or whatever. Not that I know any more at the moment. So these things torture me. You know, basing. I think basing is one of the biggest problems that we have in wargaming, because different systems have different basing stuff. I mean, I know it doesn't matter, but you know, it does play. I spend a lot of time agonising over basing, and anyway, I've decided to go with a 1.5 centimetre basing on my Napoleonics across the board, so everything looks more compact, looks better in my opinion. But there you go. What else? Oh yes, the Deathwing. I keep getting phone calls from my eldest saying, "Have you painted anymore? Have you painted anymore?" And he was talking about the new releases from Games Workshop recently, and apparently they released a pine cone. Yeah. So apparently there's this pine cone that can fall from the sky, shedding little seeds and destroying stuff. I did that on Friday, so he's asked me to get him a pine cone for Christmas. I said I'd go down the park and get one, and he can sort of customise it, but he wasn't too impressed. But I see Games Workshop are doing their usual thing of releasing these. To be honest, I do think the new Tyranny releases do look alright. They're getting there. They're getting there with them. Do you know what I mean? I think they look really good. Anyway, I think that's enough from me, to be honest. I'm waffling and not really accomplishing very much. So yes, that's it. That'll do for the musing this week, I think. I can't muse about anything else because I haven't really done that much in the hobby. But mainly working, as we have to, because if we don't work, we don't pay mortgages and stuff. And go and check out my new look Ringo's World website. Alright, cheers, thanks for watching, bye.